As always, I'm doing this on my own time with my own resources. People have asked me, why do you keep bringing up the fact that there's a group that has been sending out mailings on elections, and why do you keep bringing up that we don't know, A, where their mailing list came from, and B, where their funding came from? The reason I'm doing this is that we've spent a lot of time and effort at the tribe in order to make sure our elections are as fair as possible. That includes hiring an outside firm to run our election process. That firm works for various tribes, unions, and fraternal organizations to do elections, and it's all they do. We have an outside, or I shouldn't say an outside board, we have a board of tribal members who are apart from tribal council who help them run the elections on our side. They help count ballots, they make decisions, so the tribal members are making the final decisions that affect whether a ballot is accepted or not the tribal council and not an outside firm. But one thing that we haven't really addressed is what to do with advocacy. Every member of the tribe has the right to advocate for whoever they want to have elected. Groups have the right to come together and advocate for candidates, be it one or a group of candidates. That's all perfectly acceptable. But it also raises the question about how do you make sure that people are being transparent when they do that? In the state and federal elections, there are rules that you have to follow. The tribe doesn't have those rules. So if somebody's sending mailings out in a state election, there's a list of who the donors to that organization was. We don't have that in the tribal one. And we don't have a description of where their lists came from. Lists are very expensive and very hard to generate. Other than the No Cows Left Behind list, I do not know of any other list that has been generated by somebody other than the tribe. That's why I keep bringing it up. It's important that people be transparent for you. Make the decisions based on who you want to elect. That decision is each tribal member's and each tribal member's alone. And I sincerely mean that. Make your decisions based on who you think is best, but be aware of how you're being advocated and where people are getting the resources to try and reach out to you and tell you how you should vote.